Instead of comparing apples and oranges, can we compare Fujis and Granny Smiths? All right, so we got Fuji coming up again, and this time I don't think I did quite as well as I did last time. Last time I think I was about a second and a half off the fast guy speed. This time the fast guy speed is about 140 flat, 139, high 139s, low 140s, and I think our 142 189 that we got is going to be about 2 seconds off. So I think I'm not as quick by like half a second maybe. I'm still happy with it. Track temp is a lot hotter and the car is a bit different. So I think last time I may have had more time with the car to kind of get used to it. I'm recording this like 3 weeks from when you're gonna see it. So I did like Red Bull Ring, Monza, and this kind of all back to back to back, and I also didn't have as much time to put into this as I did last time. I think last time I put several hours into it. I've done about an hour here. So like I said, I'm still happy with it. I think it's good. This is a link to the old one. I don't know if that's useful still or not. I'll have that one linked to this one. So people can still find it if they want. But like I said, the track temp's a lot hotter, and the car handles a bit differently. So I don't know how applicable apples to apples or oranges to oranges it is. But without further ado, I've talked too long. Let's show you the lap and how we did it.
Sector 1 is quick. Sector 2 time is okay. Last lap time was at 142.19. Sector 3 time is fast.
Okay, so we got a Porsche Cup fixed series, fixed setup at Fuji Grand Prix 142 189. Let's see how we did it. I can't remember if that was a good exit or not. By the time you get to the start finish, I don't see too much of a difference in time, but it does matter for the lap previous. A couple tenths or hundreds, couple hundreds. All right, so first braking point for me is about a little bit before the 150 board. I'm going to try and lift really quick and get on the brakes really hard. like 90%. You can hit 100 for a short amount of time, but I've found that it's not super productive, maybe. But yeah, we're just gonna start. I'm trying to figure if I've got a good turn-in point here. I don't have a good marker for it. It's just more off feel for me. But yeah, we're gonna start trailing the brakes and getting down to first. Just come off, and then about halfway through the corner, start getting back on the throttle and put it in. As the wheel straightens out, back to 100%. Try and get back on the power as soon as possible, get up to second, and then we're just going to power on through. We're going to hit that curb a little bit, and then the next braking point is going to be not nearly so hard. We're going to use the 100 marker here, and it's just going to be a little 70%, but not for nearly so long, just a little one. And start powering through early. Use a lot of this curb here, and we get on the power a little earlier than some corners. And we just understeer through the corner here. And then we're just going to hold the power. And then in this next section is probably my worst. We're just going to start modulating the throttle, trying to maintain as much grip as possible through here. So we're just kind of fluctuating based on how much grip we have, is what I'm doing. There's probably a better way to do it, but that's kind of how I do. Just a lift there, and then started to get a little wobbly on me, so I lifted again, and trying to keep power going through. And then we full power out. We're going to understeer a bit, but we're going the right direction. So then we brake, start slowing down. Yeah, about the 100 there. Peak around there. Like I said, this is my worst section here, and then we're just going to trail. We're going to try and get all the way down to the curb here, and back on the power. And just ride it out, and it's going to push us all the way over here. And we're going to hit this little AstroTurf a little bit here. And then just full power through this whole section here. And then I think about the 100 marker-ish is where I start really getting on the brakes. Again, this is going to be one of those heavy braking zones, so like 90% or so. This is also from last season, one of the corners where I had the most trouble with like accidents and things. You can be far enough away from somebody that the spotter might not pick it up, and you can't tell that there's somebody like in your blind spot, so you just got to be careful and try and keep track of where folks are. But yeah, we're just gonna start trailing down. There's a lot of wide corners on this one, so you just got to be careful and try and keep your mental track of where folks are high. And then yep, we're just, like I said, we're just trailing down to first for a very brief. We're not gonna be in first for long, but we just start putting a little power down, and then second pretty quick here. Lift again. I think we hit second after this here. Yep. And this is bit of a wild ride through here. Feels that way anyway. Just a little break here. Kind of where you meet the apex here, or not apex, the opposite of the apex, the perigee. Then we're just gonna start just trail braking. We're gonna use a bit of this curve here, trying to straighten out the following curves there. So we're just trying to get this as straight as possible. And then this section here is another little tricky spot. Just tap the brakes a little bit to get some turn in. And then this apex is hidden for a large part of the corner by your A pillar. So the way that I learned it was just by following the rubbered in section of the track. So if you've got a single monitor with that A pillar there, that's kind of my suggestion until you get a better, like once you kind of build a mental picture of where everything is, it'll be a little easier. You won't have to be so reliant on that, but until you are, it's a good way to do it. And then we're gonna try and again, it's kind of coming in more of a trying to do more of a late apex here, just to get this straightened out, just trail. And we're putting a little bit of power down before, and then straightening out the wheel so we can get back on the throttle. And then we're gonna come all the way over here to kind of, well, we gotta come back around for the other way. And then I goofed up a little bit here on this this exit, if I remember correctly. We're just gonna brake a little bit, and I didn't get quite lined up correctly for this. This is not great, but so I tapped the brakes again a little bit to get a little bit more turn in on that, so I could get a little bit better angle coming out of this last turn here. So I would, instead of what I did, I would maybe track out a little bit wider so you can get a better line going in. But it worked, at least for me getting my best time in this little, trying to make it so yeah, just like I said, a little extra brake there. And then we're powering just a little bit until we get straightened out. And then that's pretty much it. Got a pretty good exit. And a 142, 189. So yeah, there you have it. I am, like I said, pretty happy with the time I got here. I was sitting around the 142.5 mark for a while, and then had a couple little breakthroughs, got me down to the 142, 189 mark, and like I said, I'm pretty happy with that. It's a fun track. I like Fuji, and I think maybe I'll be able to get home in time to make a couple races here. So we'll see where everything lines up, but yeah, next week should be doing these like on the week that they're happening. We'll see how rusty I am when I get back, but yeah, I'm pretty excited to be coming back. At least I think I will be. We'll have to see. Vacations do weird things to a fella. But yeah, if you like these guides and everything, hit the subscribe button. It super helps out. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and we'll see you next time. Bye.